Most people in Utah who want to buy a home cannot see the incredible opportunity to purchase a home in today's market. Most potential home buyers are afraid of buying too soon, but a massive shift is about to happen in the Utah housing market that will change everything. I'm not saying you need to buy a house right now, but it's definitely time to prepare. I'm giving you a peek into the future to keep you ahead of the curve. If you're wanting to buy a house here in Utah and you want to time the market perfect, don't hesitate to reach out to me with your questions. Who likes saving money?
Hell yeah!
My number one priority is to provide the most accurate and honest information from the most reliable sources so you can make a wise choice whether you're buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Today, I'll explain why you should prepare to buy a house right now. But even more importantly, I'm gonna give you the end date. Or in other words, buy a house before this day or you'll be too late, likely turning into a zombie like everyone else that misses the market bottom. Now they say you make money when you buy and not when you sell. The trick is knowing how to time the market's bottom. And the secret to timing the market bottom is, well, I'll tell you at the end of this video. Just kidding. The secret to perfectly timing the market is to buy just before the market bottoms out. This way, you get the best pricing and incentives. I know that many of you are worried about buying too soon, but it's better to be early than late. Last week, the Federal Reserve raised rates for the 8th consecutive time, yet mortgage rates dropped. Why does this keep happening? Well, it all starts with the Fed, who was embarrassed when they were too slow to react to inflation last year. They're forced to slam on the brakes, causing an abrupt but much needed ending to the housing craze. Despite data showing that we beat inflation last November, the Fed doesn't want to embarrass themselves again, and they've resolved to keep attacking inflation until it shows no signs of life. You know, kind of like the guy who keeps chopping at a snake with his shovel, even though it's already in a million pieces. Sorry for the graphic example, but hopefully you get the point. So, what do you think? Will the Fed humiliate themselves again?
Let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
The data shows the housing market is stabilizing. I'm not sure why this isn't all over the news or why more people aren't preparing to buy a house. It's probably a combination of several things. Number one, a lot of people are comparing what's happening today to the Great Recession when homes crashed by more than 30%. And I must admit, much of what we are seeing makes it look like the same thing is happening all over again. I'll show you in a minute why it's not at all. Number two, there are a lot of voices shouting different theories, and a lot of these reports are coming from leading media outlets. And number three, the press loves bad news. For the media, it's often not about truth, it's more about getting the views. Big scary headlines draw us in like flies to a pile of doggy doo-doo, and it's causing mass confusion. So let's cut through the crap, starting with the proof that today's market is nothing like the Great Recession. The column in the middle shows what was happening during the crash of 2007-2008. On the right, you can see where we are today. The top three lines show just how robust our job market is. The red box shows that we have far less new homes sitting on the market. Builders are a little heavy on available units, but over the last few weeks, builder sentiment has started to improve. In the orange box, you'll see 1 million or so existing homes on the market. This is not an alarming number. If anything, 1 million homes is not enough. By the way, this data is a few months old. More recent data shows that we're even closer to a market recovery. Yes, there will be some turbulence, but the market is clearly recovering, and I'm sticking to my guns that we will see mortgage rates get close to 5% this year. See my video published last November, 5% rates coming soon. Still, a lot of people believe the housing market is crashing. It's not going to happen because we will not see mass foreclosures, which is obvious when you see this chart. After the Great Recession, the mortgage industry tightened regulations to prevent a similar event happening in the future. This chart shows how much harder it is to get a loan today. Better, more qualified buyers are far less likely to cancel. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Many areas around the country, including Utah, have seen massive price reductions. We are currently experiencing a housing correction. The point I want to make, and this is important for those of you who are looking to buy a house, we've already seen massive reductions. The economy is strong, and the market is going to bottom out very soon. At this point, mortgage rates are pretty much the only thing keeping millions of individuals from buying a home. If you're wanting to buy, but waiting for rates to drop, we need to chat. So why will the Fed humiliate themselves yet again? Because they make decisions by comparing year-over-year numbers. In other words, they compare what's happening today versus what happened last year at the same time. Obviously, it makes more sense to look at more recent numbers to see current market trends. This is a major flaw of the Federal Reserve. They should also be taking recent statistics into consideration. Because of the long view and because data lags, the Fed will always be behind. So as promised, here's recent news and data to explain why the market will soon shift. Let's start with home builders who took a break from building homes over the last few months while no one was buying houses. Now that buyers are re-entering the market, and as they come in larger numbers, we will likely have a shortage of new homes. Currently, builders are constructing fewer homes than what's needed. If you're thinking about selling your home, the time is speedily arriving, or in many parts of the country, it might already be here. If you're looking to buy a home and you're trying to time the market just right, get pre-qualified right now. Then reach out to an experienced real estate agent in your area to find the best deals. If you're in Utah, that's me. Homes are on sale for a very limited time. When the market turns, and it's going to happen sooner than most people think, sellers will gain the upper hand. And as a buyer, you'll no longer be able to negotiate. This will most likely reduce the type and quality of home you can purchase. This is not a sales pitch, and I'm not telling you to buy a house because I'm a real estate agent. The stars are aligning, or should I say, the data is clearly showing that there will be a massive shift in the housing market very soon. So what's the big day when everything's going to change? That day is May 10th, 2023. Why am I so sure about this date? Well, the data that the Fed uses to determine market conditions for the month of April will come in on May 10th, replacing the data from the previous year. The drastic change in several key indicators will signal an obvious end to inflation. Mortgage rates will drop and buyers will flood the market. Of course, I'd love to take credit for finding this data, but I've got to give credit where credit is due. For an in-depth look at why May 10th will change everything, I'll put a link to Barry Habib's video below. After seeing this explanation, along with the other research that I've done, I can't help but to feel a little panic for myself as a real estate investor, and for those of you who are wanting to buy a home. I can say with 100% certainty that there are a lot of people that will look back at this moment in time with regret, and I don't want that to be you. I know that a lot of people are going to be upset with themselves for waiting too long, so please, if you know someone who's looking to buy a home, be a friend and share this video with them, and make sure you tell them to watch all the way to the end. I've also got a secret to help you maximize your savings when buying a house. I'll share that in a moment, but I need to say something, and I sincerely hope you know where I'm coming from, because as a homeowner and as a real estate investor, I've learned that nothing's more powerful or builds more wealth than owning real estate. If I could go back in time, I wouldn't have put a single dime into the stock market or cryptocurrency. I would have invested every penny into real estate. The wealth built from owning just one home will change your life in so many wonderful ways. If you'd like to know more, check out my video, The Top 10 Benefits of Owning a House. Look for the link to that video below. This is the reason that they say the best time to own real estate is 5 years ago. Markets shift, and there will always be ups and downs, but over time, home values have always increased. The insane price increases, followed by the recent correction, puts home values very close to where they would have been, assuming a normal trajectory. So what's my secret for getting the best deal on a home and the best mortgage rate? First and foremost, get pre-approved so you know how much home you can afford. Second, reach out to a real estate expert to help you find and negotiate the best pricing and terms. Third, put a home under contract before May 10th at the latest. Personally, I'm looking to purchase at least one more property as soon as possible, and I suggest you do the same. The closer you get to May 10th, the more competitive the market will become as rates continue to drop. The biggest mistake most home buyers will make is to wait for lower mortgage rates. Right now in this market, I've been able to negotiate seller-paid closing costs along with mortgage rate buydowns, giving my clients super low monthly mortgage payments. If you're looking to buy a home in Utah, I'd love to guide you through this process and help you get a great deal on a great property. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you're looking to buy a house in another state, I'm part of an agent referral network. I can put you in touch with a professional in your area. Look for that link below. If you're looking to buy, sell, build a home, or invest in Utah real estate, I get contacted all the time. Please feel free to call or text me with your questions. I'd love to meet you, and I'm honored to serve you. For everyone else, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. I always do my best to respond to each one of you. If you have a friend or a family member looking to buy or sell a home, you can easily text this video to them. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.